FIU Panther Talk back on your streaming devices. FIU football back in the win column again. This past weekend, the drama constant. A heavy dosage of plays and playmaking that made you say, what? Blocked kicks, onside kicks, 10-point comebacks, 2 overtimes, 2-minute drills with no timeouts. But when all was said and done, the Panthers were celebrating arm in arm for the alma mater. And yes, the post-game locker room once again had Pepas on the playlist. The good vibes continue in the 305. And with that, we welcome you into FIU Panther Talk. Always great to have you alongside us. That's head coach Mike McIntyre. I'm AJ Ricketts. Coach, before the Charlotte game, you said to the team, hey, give me 3 hours and 20 minutes of all you got. 3 hours, 20 minutes. This week, the theme, play harder for longer. That's the emphasis. In both home games now, the team has overcome a double-digit deficit. This time out, how is the team able to overcome that and earn a victory?
Well, they're just starting to learn just to keep playing. You know, not rise and flow. It's a roller coaster, and they have to keep playing. They have to keep playing. And like I tell them, we could be up by 14 or we can be down by 14. It's still not even close to over. Right. And we have to keep playing and keep finishing. And they're taking that to heart, and they really fought after it hard. And we got off to a little bit of a shaky start there. They made a good drive. We couldn't move the ball, but got going in the second quarter and made up a lot of room.
Yeah, to talk about that start, La Tech's first 3 drives were touchdown, field goal, touchdown for a total of 211 yards. When the guys settled down, after that, the next 4 drives, punt, blocked field goal to end the half, and then the turnover on downs. What was the message defensively to get the guys back into a rhythm? 4 big defensive drives that kept the team in it.
Yeah, they just kept playing hard. We figured out kind of what they were doing. But, you know, one of the drives that we gave them, we had a late hit, like a targeting foul.
Yeah, on Dorian.
Yes, which kept them going. If we don't have that targeting foul, I think they'll have to punt. And here we go. And then we were offsides on another one. So they were, really mistakes by us that let them keep going on the drive.
Heading into that final drive with 2:01 left in the fourth, Rivaldo Fairweather had 1 catch for 5 yards, and then he took over. A sensational final drive for Fairweather. He finished the game 6 receptions for 89 yards. That led all receivers. What can you say about his play, what it meant for that drive, also in overtime as well, and what he means for the team the rest of the way?
Well, Rivaldo's done a lot of good things all year long, and have a couple other tight ends that are good players too.
Yeah.
We were able to find him on that drive and had some things that worked for him to get open. It worked out really well. Grayson did a great job of getting to him. Rivaldo made a couple excellent catches, and he's a really good player, and we're excited about all that he does for our team.
On the offensive line, we've talked throughout the season how injuries have kind of shuffled some folks around. So we had Phillip Houston in there at right tackle making his first career start. Right. At one point in the game, Wyatt Lawson had to come in at center. He hadn't taken too many snaps this season. Both performed very admirably. I think Pro Football Focus had Houston as the 10th highest graded tackle in FBS football. I mean, what a performance from the both of them. Houston throughout the course of the whole game. Right. What can you say about his effort, and why was he ready for that moment?
Well, this was Phillip's first college football play ever, and he's a young man that we signed this summer at a junior college late. Yeah. And he has 3 years left to play, so he has a red shirt year available. So he came in weighing about 250 and working hard. So he just kind of kept developing, he's learned the offense now, and we felt like he was definitely ready to play. And with Lindell's situation, put him in there, and he did an excellent job. So we're really proud of him. Then Wyatt, we've been moving back from guard and center with all our different injuries, and realized he could snap it well. And then he gets thrown in there to play center on the last drive.
Yeah, what a drive to come in there, right?
2-minute drive and the overtimes, and did really, really well. Was really pleased with both those young men, and they have been preparing and practicing, and kind of they were ready to go.
I talked about the PFF grades. You flip the sides of the football there. Demetrius Hill and Deverick Daniel were graded as the 3rd and 4th highest tacklers among defensive backs by PFF. And Daniel, of course, he had to come in for Dorian Hall, who was ejected with the targeting. Daniel's a transfer from Catawba College, hasn't seen too much time this year, certainly on comparison to Dorian. And he has a great performance as well. You're starting these guys coming in showcasing that they're ready for the moment when called upon. What can you say about their performance? We know Demetrius has been rising, and then
Demetrius keeps getting better and better each week and really getting a good feel out there. And then Deveric's played on all our special teams and made some plays there and done well and played spottingly at safety. And with our injuries there, and it was his time to go, and he stepped up and played really, really well. I was really excited to see that from Deveric.
We got to talk special teams for a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. What do you want to call it? The pooch kick, onside kick, whatever you want to call it. And to me, it was such a smart play, or a win-win almost, because say their guy on kickoff return actually goes to it and calls a fair catch. Well, you give him 5 more yards because it bounced at the 30. But he didn't call a fair catch. Right. It bounced, and Zeke Massis was there. What was the thought process? Did you see something on tape heading into the week? I know in the presser you talked about how Smoke Harris was on the other side. Just take me through calling that play.
Well, Ricky, we had seen that watching film. Ricky Brumfield mentioned that we ought to sky it this time because, number 6 was a heck of a returner.
Yeah.
And we saw that the way they were sitting, we could probably get it over the guy. And we thought they'd probably back up and try to catch it, but it'd be a hard catch. He might drop it. But we had worked on in practice. If it hits the ground, go get it. Right. If he drops it, go get it. So we had worked that hard, and it worked absolutely to perfection as far as hitting, and we got it, 1 inch inbounds. There.
I was nervous. They execute so well, and they overturn it by a half a yard.
I was standing right by it. I saw his foot get in.
Yeah.
I was hoping there wasn't something else that I missed on it, but
right.
And when he jumped, the other guy tried to push him out of bounds, and
Smart,
I don't know how he caught the ball and got his foot down. It was an acrobatic play by Zeke for sure.
Yeah.
A great kick by Lucas.
Incredibly athletic. And I think Lucas got to fire the T-shirt cannon for the first time. Well deserved. And that wasn't the only huge special team play. Defensively, heading into the half, to block that kick, I think Alex Nobles beat his man off the block and blocked that field goal to keep a 4-point lead heading into the half. How much does that mean momentum-wise, going into the half and making a big play like that?
Oh, it was gigantic for us momentum-wise, and then blocking that field goal enabled us to have a tie score at the end of the game, and we got our field goal. So it was a critical play for us, and he made an excellent job. And we had Zeke coming off the edge, and he slid in the middle and got his hand up. And we work on that all the time. That's we blocked one the very first game of the year, and now we blocked this one, which both of them went into overtime. And if we don't block those, the extra point or that field goal, those games don't go into overtime. So it's important how big that play is. And
then to round out the special teams, Chase Gabriel. We talked a little bit after the show last week. I said, what was your analysis? I think it was a blocked PAT, a blocked chip shot field goal, and you weren't worried. You weren't worried at all. You talked more like we got to fix our protections, but Chase is fine. Chase will be okay, and that certainly showed itself at the 45-yard field goal, and then of course the one to tie it with 16 seconds left. I know you got to be proud of his effort because a couple blocked PATs, whether it's protection or not, can get into a kicker's head, but he looks strong.
Chase did really, really well. He's kicked 2 game-tying field goals now. That's a big deal. So it helps you end up winning it, and then he has to kick the extra points in overtime to keep it going. And I'm really proud of what he did. Great snaps by our long snapper and great holds by everybody there. So it was a good deal.
I always am interested to see, what win probabilities are in certain points of a game, and I'd love to find out what it was. We go for it on 4th down. We had to late in that game, late in the 4th quarter. Jalen almost gets that fade route, isn't able to pull it in. So all La Tech needs with less than 2:30 left is 1 first down.
Right.
And that seals the game. But we had all 3 of our timeouts left. What was the emphasis in that huddle, and maybe even on that 3rd down and 4 when you'll see teams pass? Even if we had 1 timeout left, 3rd and 4, passing's not out of the realm, and they threw kind of a gadget play in there. Right. What was the emphasis on that set of downs?
Well, with our emphasis, it was the 4-minute. We play everything like the first down is the goal line. Yeah. So everybody plays tight. It's goal line defense. So you're on the 10-yard line, you can't let them score. Yeah. Because they get the first down, it's like they won the game. Yeah. And so that's what we did. We played it tight. I think the first play they got about 3 yards. The next play they got about 2.5 or 3, and then I was like, what are they doing? I figured they were going to I thought they were going to try to get the ball to number 6. Right. Moving him around, try to toss it to him, and they get to the guy on the fly sweep, and we had a corner blitz type thing on, and it came opposite of that, and our guys hit him up high, got him down, and about 2.5 yards short. I didn't know I was assuming they were going to go for it. Yeah. Because if they get it, then it's over. But I guess they felt like we had no timeouts left after that. When we had no timeouts, I think they thought, well, we'll take our chances of them trying to go the length of the field. And get 2 timeouts.
They didn't anticipate what Rivaldo Fairweather
Thank goodness
was
they
about
kicked it out of they kicked it in the end zone.
Yeah, that helped
that
as well.
Us.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And want to reflect too before we preview North Texas on another great performance from Grayson James. What we were remarking on throughout the broadcast, that it wasn't just throws that were zipped or fired in there. He was lobbing it, floating it over the linebackers and before the safety, right into the perfect pocket. It seems like he's really taken steps forward in finding any slivers of spaces.
Right. Yeah. He keeps improving. He's really improved his feet in the pocket, where he's more balanced, which allows him to use all of his ability in his arm. He has an extremely strong arm. He's extremely athletically gifted, and he used to kind of just use all arm, which would make it go more of a fastball a lot of times. Yeah. Now he's sitting in the pocket, using different levels of his arm, using the touch, like he said, throwing the out, throwing the deep ball. He is improving every day, and Coach Yost has done an excellent job with him, and Grayson's done an excellent job of keep improving his fundamentals. And it's exciting to see.
Yeah, you can see the confidence growing week by week, and that is a very encouraging sign for all those around the FIU football program. All right, let's preview North Texas. The Mean Green enter this one 5-4, second in the league in scoring offense and rushing. They're 4-1 in Conference USA play. They just took down Western Kentucky on the road 40-13. Wasn't even that particularly close. Quarterback Austin Awney, 25 touchdowns, 9 picks. If you're unfamiliar with his story, me and Austin are the same age. We're 29, but he played minor league baseball for a bit after graduating high school in 2012. Now he's a North Texas quarterback. An unconventional route, but he is a talented player. And, Coach, it's a very talented team we're going up against this week.
Yeah, Austin Awney's an excellent player and can make all the plays. They're an RPO offense. He's able to read it and throw it. He gets out on the edge, too, and sprints out a lot. They have excellent running backs. Their offensive line is excellent. That's, to me, all the other guys are really, really good, but their offensive line really makes it go. They're able to move the pile, move the lines, open it up, pull. They do a lot of pulling, do a lot of things like that. Right. So they're a physical football team with an athletic quarterback.
The Mean Green have won 3 of their last 4. What do you, on the surface, you feel will be a point of emphasis this week if we'll find success on the road again? Trying to win our 3rd straight road game.
Right. I think that we're going to have to be able to slow down their running game,
okay.
And be able to contain Austin some with his passing, but the run situation we've got to do well there. And then on offense, we've got to be able to move the ball and score some points because they're scoring points. I don't think we're going to get out of there 14-10 or something like that, but if we do, I'll take it. But I think it's going to be one of those games where we're going to have to be able to control their offense some and not let them be able to run the ball on us and control the clock, so to speak, and the offense get the ball in the end zone. No
doubt about it. Looking forward to that this Saturday up in Denton. All right. Oh, never can get used to this. The top 10 plays of the game. Always love recapping and seeing the bright spots from this past weekend. Our top plays of the game. We start with number 10. Jalen Bracey has been finding the end zone. What a dart there from Grayson James.
Great dart, great catch. He got hit right as he caught it. It was a heck of a play. And Grayson did a good job of seeing it and throwing it right over the linebacker.
Right over the linebacker, right before the safety again. Really well done. Jalen Bracey, 6 catches for 47 yards. Number 9 here, 4th down on their own side of the field. It's a big defensive stop.
That was a huge, that was a huge stop for us. And I think maybe that stop kept them from trying to do it at the end of the game.
Yeah.
In the back of their mind.
Yeah, that might have been something there. We talked about this one as well. Look at Nobles beat the block.
Yeah. So we talked to Nobles during the week that if they have an ineligible player there, so he could go ahead and go, and because the number he couldn't go off a route, so he dove through there. It was a huge play.
On the number 7, Chris Mitchell just keeps getting better week after week on the outside. Caught this one in stride in the breadbasket.
Yeah, it was a heck of a throw. It made it look easy. He just ran, caught it. It was an excellent play. Nice throw by Grayson. Big time play for us.
Hey, watch the replay. It looks really simple, but it's not. But they're starting to develop that connection. Mitchell, 3 catches for 47 yards, and the cannon got good use. Tyrese got himself involved as well. How about this back shoulder throw?
Yeah, they're excellent at that. Grayson throws those really well, and he did a heck of a job on that.
Tyrese Chambers.
Tyrese always makes those catches.
He is consistent. 7 catches, 81 yards in that touchdown. And Tyrese, a leader on this roster, he had his turn with the cannon. On to number 5. Special teams wins games. Pooch kick onside. Took a bounce, and Zeke's there.
What a play. What a kick. We talked about it earlier by Lucas and Zeke. That's an acrobatic one-handed catch while the guy flipping him in the air and getting his foot down. I think I would have broke my back trying to do that.
He was so high in the air. This is that 3rd and 4. I had no idea where the football was going.
That was a heck of a tackle by number 7. Good fit by Alex Nobles, and just a really big play for us.
Alex realized immediately where it was going, got off his block. I love this play right here. Grayson getting out of the pocket, but looked so comfortable, telling people, hey, come back here. Look at him guiding Rivaldo.
That was great. Great catch by Rivaldo, went up and got it. Grayson made a heck of a play there, buying time.
And that was the play. We went from midfield to field goal range. Started to feel very possible. Here's the 2-point conversion, and players make plays, Coach.
Exactly right. He adapted. Their corner fell off, and he was trying to see Tyrese in the back, and they got in his face, so he couldn't. So he scrambled, and he realized he wasn't going to be able to make it in, so he improvised and backed up, and just a really nice play. Kind of like a basketball play out there.
Just pushed it forward. Mitchell held on. And a huge 2-point conversion, and a 2-for-1 here for Rivaldo for the top play. There's the one-handed grab, falling out of bounds when he started to take over, and then the next play, 24 yards on that first play in the second overtime, bowling over to.
Yeah, nice little boot.
Ooh,
get out of my way. Right. Ran in there. I thought he might have rolled from the other side. I thought he might have rolled in the end zone, but he didn't. And great play, great run by Valdo there. Really big play. Excited to look at him covering the ball up. Excellent job.
You see the emotion, how much this means to him, how much this means to FIU to pick up its 4th win of the season. And after 8 games, FIU's at 500 with a terrific opportunity coming up this week. Look at Grayson enjoying a little popcorn bath.
Yeah, exactly right.
And the alma mater post game, we could get used to that, no doubt about it. Always fun looking at the top 10 plays. Coach, we appreciate the time. Thanks so much. We're looking forward to North Texas. We leave you with the sights and sounds from this past weekend against the Bulldogs.
It's going to take all of us punching. If all punch it together with all energy, they can't stop us. They can't stop us. Play harder for longer than they do, and they'll splinter.
Took my heart away from money. I ain't interested in fame, and I pray that never change. Ambition is priceless. It's something that's in your veins, and I put that on my name. My ambition to win, just to give me some means.
Deep ball, near side, Mitchell the intended target. Mitchell finds the end zone again. He just keeps getting better. Pressure coming from the edge. Liddy steps up, he's not gonna get away. Jordan Gerard wraps him up. Has the snap, taking a shot middle of the field. Bracy, end zone, touchdown. He is Hooch kid here to the far side, takes a bounce at the 30, Mouse's got the football! What an unbelievable special teams play from FIU! James the pass, floats it up near side, Chambers turns, FIU has taken the lead from 10 down to a 20-17 lead, and it's Tyrese Chambers in the end zone this time. Footed kicker, high snap, oh it's blocked! FIU blocked the kick to end the half. What a first half for FIU.
Keep punching, all of us punching together, play harder for longer, and you'll win football games. Play harder for longer, and win football games. Everybody got it? Yes, sir. Somebody light me up!
Slings it forward, Chambers brings it in across the 35, dragged down at the 40. James goes to Fairweather, makes the catch across midfield and out to the 44-yard line. James has a pocket, he'll go to Fairweather again. One-handed catch, Rivaldo Fairweather. Gabriel, he puts it through. Chase Gabriel ties the game, 27-all.
What we need to punch, everybody got me? Keep playing harder for longer, we'll be ahead at the end. Everybody got it? Yes, sir. Somebody light me up.
Grayson hands off to Flex. He gets in the end zone. Touchdown, Flex Joseph. Looking to Fairweather, has it in. Fairweather to the 10, still on his feet. There goes Rivaldo inside the 5-yard line. What a play! Rivaldo Fairweather has taken over late in the game. He will give it to Flex Joseph. And he's in the end zone. Touchdown, FIU. Steps up in the pocket, James might tuck it. Now he throws off his back foot. Oh, it's caught! It's caught! How did James find an open man? And it's 42-34. He'll go near side, it's incomplete. Pass broken up, Jamal Potts. And FIU is one play away from its 4th win of the season. Back-to-back victories on the line. Here we go, 4th and 10, 14-yard line. Fade route, near side, too far, it's incomplete! It's incomplete! FIU wins the game! The Panthers win the game! They come back from 10 down! They defeat La Tech at home! The Panthers are 4-4! Mike McIntyre is getting it done!
Absolutely incredible ball game for the FIU Panthers. In years past, teams have buckled, teams have folded, teams have quit. Not in this one.
Beautiful music, painting pictures, this be my vision. They gon' love me for my ambition.